Hello, and welcome to the Compass Alternative Certification Teacher Academy online information session. I am Dominique McCain, the Senior Talent Lead of the Compass team. I will be facilitating our session today along with my colleagues, David Palin, Arturo de la Cruz, and Michelle Weiner. In today's session, we will spend the first 45 minutes explaining the Compass program overall and providing details regarding training, hiring, selection timelines, costs, and requirements. We have reserved the last 15 minutes for any questions shared via chat that remain unanswered. Since we have multiple participants, questions submitted will be categorized and the most commonly asked questions will be addressed. Unfortunately, we will not be able to address questions that don't apply generally to the whole group. So all questions specific to your situation can be submitted to our team via email and will be answered individually at a later time. The contact information and where to email these questions will be shared later in the presentation. Please take a moment to review the agenda items. Each of these will be addressed in detail during this presentation. We are so happy that you've chosen to learn more about our program, and we will now explain what Compass offers that makes it the best choice. Michelle, would you describe for our participants what we offer regarding our focused coaching and what they will experience when they come to Dallas ISD?
Yes, thank you, Dominique. At Compass, we provide you with intensive teacher preparation. Our preparation is about helping you serve our students right here in Dallas. During a 5-week summer program, you will have an opportunity to observe actual classrooms, teach lessons, and participate in practice-based training sessions in Dallas schools. You'll be assigned a coach who will support you throughout the program and will give you focused feedback for immediate and effective results. After this pre-service preparation, you will then participate in a year-long internship, leading your own classroom in Dallas ISD. You will learn from DISD teachers, instructional coaches, and your very own coach. Please keep in mind that nearly 90% of Dallas children come from economically disadvantaged homes, and 40% are still learning English. You have an opportunity to help these Dallas children break through these barriers and build a successful life. Now, Arturo, would you please describe the cultural diversity experience we offer at Dallas ISD?
Thank you, Michelle. We'd like to welcome all those international that are with us today. Dallas is a big city with a large culturally diverse student population and therefore a focus on bilingual education. We want our students to learn from teachers who reflect the diversity of our community. Those who speak our students' languages and share their cultures bring tremendous value to Dallas ISD, which is why more than half of the teachers we train are bilingual. Compass provides bilingual teachers with a training that is supported by the Bilingual and ESL Department of Dallas ISD, and eventually a teaching experience enriched with the joy that comes from serving your community in ways others just cannot. Dominique?
Thanks, Arturo. At Compass, we set high expectations and help you meet them. We are looking for teachers in Dallas who have set high expectations in their careers and are now ready to bring that same outlook and commitment to the classroom. We know that teaching is not easy, so our program teaches you skills that will give you the confidence and the tools to be an effective teacher as soon as you enter the classroom. It's for those with courage, compassion, and a proven ability to prepare our students to be college and career ready. With Compass, you will build a rich career that you can be proud of, a career marked by countless stories of children whose lives you've changed, or whose lives have changed, because of you. Now we'll address some helpful terminology. It's likely that most of you are new to education, and we want to start by providing you with a few definitions that you will hear often throughout this process. The world of education is full of acronyms and abbreviations, and we know it can be a little overwhelming. We commit to not using acronyms we have not defined during this presentation, and hope that you will begin to familiarize yourself with the most commonly used terms as you encounter them through this process. Our helpful terminology includes SBEC, the State Board for Educator Certification. This is the entity that issues teaching certificates in the state of Texas. Probationary certificate, issued by SBEC based on the recommendation of the certifying program, which in this case is Compass. In most cases, it allows a teacher to teach for 1 year while completing all Texas requirements for full certification. Certified teacher, a teacher who has met all certification requirements in the state of Texas and is qualified by SBEC to teach their certification area. Certification area, the subject or subjects and grade level or grade levels that a teacher can teach based on their certification. For example, a generalist EC through 6 teacher can teach any subject or grade level from early childhood through 6th grade at elementary school campuses in Dallas ISD. DISD, the Dallas Independent School District. Now, Michelle, will you provide an overview of our Teacher Academy?
Yes, thank you, Dominique. The Compass Teacher Academy includes 2 major components. Your initial training, which we call pre-service, will take place during the summer. Your first year in the classroom, which we call the internship, will be the time to refine the skills you learned during pre-service and to complete all the certification requirements of the state. Pre-service training. Pre-service training includes 5 weeks of intensive professional development during the summer of 2016. The district has not yet announced summer school dates, but we anticipate that you will need to be available full-time starting around mid-June. Our dates are driven by the district summer school because Compass training takes place in the classroom. You will have field experiences teaching summer school, planning lessons, and building skills. You will receive feedback from expert coaches on your lesson planning and delivery. Our coaches will be in your classroom observing you and helping you refine your skills. During those 5 weeks, you will master many Teach Like a Champion techniques from Doug Lamoff's book, Teach Like a Champion, and will build your knowledge about state and district requirements, such as how to best serve English language learners or special education students. Following pre-service training, Dallas ISD will host its annual New Teacher Academy, in which DISD welcomes and onboards all teachers new to the district. Your internship year has 2 major components as well, designed to support your growth as a first-year teacher. Live coaching model. You will be assigned a Compass Effectiveness Coordinator or Field Supervisor who will serve as your first line of support. Your coach will be in your classroom often, and together you will analyze student data in the field, work to implement in-lesson strategies, and prioritize your highest need areas of growth. Your live coaching cycle will include observations and diagnosis, setting measurable goals, practicing classroom techniques, and follow-up observations and active feedback sessions. The second major component of your internship includes the following monthly professional development sessions. Compass Monthly Professional Development. These skill-building sessions focus on new, intermediate, Teach Like a Champion techniques and skills. They will be introduced, reviewed, and practiced often. Targeted content training. You will receive content-specific training. These are trainings that directly support the subject areas you will teach and focus on both instructional and curricular strategies and resources. Region 10 training requirements. Dallas Independent School District is part of the Region 10, one of the state's education service centers. This center provides a variety of training and professional development sessions for teachers. During your internship, you will be assigned trainings to help you meet your certification requirements. If there are any outstanding questions about the training, please send them now via chat. Our team will categorize them and try to address as many as possible during the Q&A portion at the end of the session. Now Arturo will be talking to you about the Compass selection process.
Thank you, Michelle. Please look closely at this slide. Let's begin by going over the Compass selection process. After you have submitted your application and completed all the required tests based on the certification you're applying to, our team will review your submission and make sure you meet the eligibility criteria. Application will also be scored based on your short answer responses. Applicants who pass the initial screening process will be invited to a phone interview before we extend offers of admission. Selected applicants will be invited to pre-service training, and we will have an opportunity to demonstrate mastery of the skills they will learn before Compass recommends them for a probationary certificate. Now we'll talk more about this on the next slide. It is important to know that when you apply to Compass, you're applying to become an alternative certified teacher with Dallas ISD. But your admission into the program does not mean you have a guaranteed position with the district, or that you will receive your probationary certificate simply by attending pre-service training. We have very high expectations of our teachers, and everyone who completes the summer pre-service must demonstrate that they have the knowledge, skills, and the mindsets to teach our students. For that reason, the pre-service training is a 5-week audition period, during which we will showcase your strengths and we will support you in that process. You will have multiple opportunities to demonstrate your growth through classroom observations, high engagement during training, and by showcasing the essential traits. Let us now look at the essential traits in our candidate profile. As you can see on the first bullet, high expectations, you believe that you can become an excellent teacher and lead high-need students to high levels of academic achievement, including students with disabilities and those below grade level. Application of feedback and growth mindset. You seek and incorporate feedback to rapidly improve. You thrive on challenges and are not uncomfortable stretching your existing abilities. Critical thinking. You make sound judgments and generate multiple solutions to challenges. Professionalism. You are reliable in meeting commitments and deadlines, complying with program and district policies, showing professional oral and written communication skills, and interacting professionally with others. District hiring for Compass interns has undergone some changes from previous seasons. In an effort to increase the selectivity and quality of our Compass graduating classes, Compass interns must first demonstrate their ability to lead from the classroom. Hiring decisions into the district are contingent upon successful completion of pre-service training. Compass staff will review your performance over the 5-week pre-service training before making recommendations to SBEC to issue a probationary certificate. Principal interviews may take place during or after pre-service, and you will interview for positions with candidates from other alternative certification programs. Principals make the final hiring decisions at their campus. And while these 4 steps may not always occur in the same order, all 4 must take place before a Compass intern can start teaching in the fall of 2016. Let me just remind you that if there are any outstanding questions about the candidate selection, you may now post them on our VIA chat. Our team will categorize them and try to address as many possible during our Q&A portion at the end of the session. And now Dominic will talk to you about the areas of certification and program requirements.
Thanks, Arturo. Compass offers certification in specific content areas that have been identified as critical need or difficult to staff by the district. Please note that certification is not available in other areas. The list of certification areas is visible on the screen. Please review them now. Because not everyone applying may be in the same situation that you are, costs and requirements will differ between candidates. On the screen is an overview of the most common costs and requirements that you should expect. The chart to your left shows the total cost of Compass training, which is $3,600. You should expect to pay $600 of this upon acceptance into the program. The additional $600 of pre-assignment costs will be collected prior to your completion of pre-assignment training. The bottom of the chart shows you additional certification costs, which vary depending on whether or not you are pursuing a bilingual or a regular certification, or if you need to take additional tests to demonstrate your English proficiency. Our Compass website has a detailed breakdown of these costs. They range from $440 to $860. It's helpful to note that because these costs cover state-mandated requirements, you will face them regardless of the certification program you choose to join. On the right side of the slide, other pre-service requirements include a bachelor's degree with at least a 2.75 GPA average from a regionally accredited U.S. university, passing scores on Texas content exam for all applicants, and passing scores on the TOEFL IBT test for applicants who hold an undergraduate degree from institutions outside of the United States, including Puerto Rico. We get lots of questions about H-1B visa sponsorship, so I'll address some of these concerns now. Due to changes in the background check process, H-1B visa sponsorships are only possible for applicants who already hold a Social Security number. Because the regular visa process may take up to 6 months, applicants in need of H-1B visa sponsorship may only apply to our first deadline of January 24th, 2016, if in fact they already have a Social Security number. Scholarship eligibility. Scholarships are available for selected applicants through 2 partner organizations. Because applications for scholarships are only available after the selection process is completed, no action is required from you at this time. In previous years, roughly half of the cohort have received a scholarship that covered the total cost of the Compass training program. If there are any outstanding questions, I remind you now to please send them via chat. Our team will categorize them and try to address as many as possible during the question and answer portion at the end of the session. Now that we've gone over all the steps in the process, I'd like us to review this roadmap, which illustrates what the full process might look like for a prospective applicant who is selected to join our program and who successfully completes both pre-assignment training and their Compass internship. Please follow along as I address each step. Our application is now available, and we encourage everyone to apply as early as possible. All applicants should also submit test results before being admitted into the program. Applicants who pass the initial screening will be invited to a phone interview. Offers will be extended in the spring for selected applicants. This step will move you from applicant to Compass candidate. Candidates attend 5 weeks of intensive pre-service training during the summer that will require full-time availability. Candidates will be compensated during this training period. Candidates who successfully complete pre-service training and demonstrate proficient performance will be recommended for a probationary certificate. As a highly qualified teacher candidate with a probationary certificate, you will be eligible for hire to a Dallas ISD campus. Your name and contact information will be shared with principals who are looking to hire teachers for their campuses. You should note that principals will want to interview you before extending an offer for you to work on their campus. They will also at that time interview candidates from not only Compass, but also other teacher candidates for these same positions. Once recommended for hire to a campus, you will begin your internship year as a teacher of record. This 1 year internship includes ongoing professional development, live coaching and support, as well as leading instruction in your very own classroom. During that year, Compass will support you to ensure you meet all of the state and district requirements for certification, including any additional exams needed. Near the end of your internship year, your performance will be reviewed by a certification committee, and successful candidates will be recommended and will earn a Texas Standard Teaching Certificate. I hope this overview gives you a better idea of what earning your teaching certificate through Compass might look like. Arturo will now give you a few next steps to joining our program.
Thank you, Dominique. You just saw the roadmap. I want to remind you that our first application deadline is January 24th of this year. Submitting your application early will allow you to hear if you are admitted into the program much sooner. We encourage you to submit your application now. If you're not ready to apply yet, you should still register for the Texas certification exam. If your degree is from outside the United States, you should also register for the TOEFL IBT tests. You do not need to wait until you have applied to Compass to register for or to take the required tests. And we recommend that you do so early. You will be asked to submit your test scores before we can make selection decisions. And it can take several days or weeks to register for, take the test, and get the scores back. And now David Payne will guide us into the question and answer section.
Thank you all for being a part of our Compass information session. Now we will open up the forum for questions and answers. I have a list of questions that have been submitted by you, and we have categorized them for you. The first question: can a candidate use his or her graduate school GPA to meet the requirements?
Unfortunately, we are required by the state to meet GPA requirements using your undergraduate degree.
Thank you for your question. The next question: hello, I've had applied for a position in your district, but I received an email today that says you were not able to sponsor international applicants. So I want to know, what can I do because I really want to work with you?
At this time, if you don't currently have a social security number, we are not able to have you join our program. The district is working to identify ways to problem solve that, but it right now is a state concern. And so at this time, if you don't already have a social security number, we are not able to sponsor you with an H-1B visa.
Thank you for your question. Next question: when does the program start? Our program starts June 2016. Thank you for that question. Next question: I have been going through the process of applying to DISD and sending many emails to clarify. This is the first time I've heard about the Social Security number. Are there any exceptions to this policy?
Unfortunately, at this time, there are no exceptions to this policy. As I mentioned, it is a problem that is occurring at the state level, and there is no workaround. We as a district, as well as our legal department, are trying our very best to find solutions to the problem. I've personally spoken with the attorney who's handling the visa situation, as well as the visa office here at the district. And right now, if you don't already have a social security number, we don't have a solution at this time. I know that this is new information, but we were notified by the state a few months ago that this change took place at their level. So it really isn't anything that we have control over.
Thank you for your question. Next question. What can I do if I've missed the application deadline? If you are aiming for the bilingual certification, you can apply for our next cohort in the fall. If you are not looking for a bilingual certification, you will have to wait till next year, 2017, to apply for our next summer cohort. Thank you for that question. Next question. How can I register for Texas exams? You can go register for the Texas exam by going to our website and going under program requirements. There you will see in-country or out-of-country, and it will give you step-by-step on how to click on the link to go to the Texas website, and there they will give you a step-by-step on how to register for your Texas exam. We also provide you a table for what test number your test will be so you register for the right one. Thank you for your question. All right. Next question. How much is the salary? Now, although our salaries do vary, the salary for 2015 was around 50K, not 500, 50K. So it's stated to be around that same ballpark. Next question. Can I change certification areas?
The answer is we are more than willing to assist you with identifying the appropriate certification area based on the transcripts from your undergraduate degree. There are some credit hour specific numbers that the state requires us to meet for secondary. For example, if someone is interested in being certified as a calculus teacher, then we'd be able to assist them by looking at their transcript and identifying, do they meet the state requirements of number of hours in calculus. At the elementary level, however, if you would like assistance with identifying if that's the appropriate certification area for you, we're willing to do that as well. The competency at the state level is required via taking the exam and or having your transcript reviewed. So we'll help you as a team, but as far as changing your certification area once you join the program, that is not an option, primarily because there are rules in place that have to be met regarding your position, your certification, and what actual classroom you're in.
Thank you for your question. The next question is, will the internship be paid? Yes. Interns are advanced their first year teacher salary during training. The first year's salary is divided across 15 months instead of 12 months. Thank you for your question. We still want to leave it open for questions and answers, and we want you to make sure you post them in the question and answer chat. For the next question, how will fees be deducted?
During pre-service training, as I mentioned during the presentation, there is an upfront cost of $600 and then another cost of $600 that is due before you complete that pre-assignment training. Once you start your internship, you do have the option of payroll deductions because you will be employed by Dallas ISD, and so we can payroll deduct your internship costs and the remaining balance of the $3,600 from each of your paychecks. That is an option. You also have the option to pay in full via a money order or cashier's check.
Thank you for your question. Well, thank you for all of your questions that you have submitted. Now, Michelle will close us out with our Compass contact information if you have any individual concerns.
On behalf of Dallas ISD and the Compass team, I want to thank you for your time and for your thoughtful questions you posed today. Please follow us on Twitter and Facebook to stay up to date. And if you would like more information, Please visit us on the web at www.dallasisd.org/compass or email alternativecertification@dallasisd.org. We will post this Google Chat on our website in the next few days in case you want to review any of the information we went over today. We look forward to seeing your application submissions soon. Thank you.